Greetings, Cyberdogs and citizens of the interbubs. This is ReNDoG coming at you from the construction site of our brand new glass shop in another episode of Minecraft Survival from the Hermitcraft server. In the previous episode, we were working on the foundations for our brand new retail store right here in the Brown shopping district. And in this episode, my friends, we are going to get a little bit technical up in here. We're going to be installing some auto smelting furnaces so that we can start producing a butt ton of glass and start getting a redonkulous amount of diamonds. Oh yeah, baby, it is profit time here on the Hermitcraft server. Sit back and relax, my friends. I hope you have something crunchy to sip on, something tasty to snack on. I've got a delicious cup of tea. It is time to play some Minecraft Survival. And guys, as you can see, I have been hard at work over the last few hours, working on the outside of our glass shop. Made a little bit more progress, but more importantly, it's down here in the guts of our glass shop that I have made the most progress. We're going to be heading down there in a moment. But before we do that, guys, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you guys out there who have been commenting and liking my Hermitcraft videos. Thank you guys so much for the support. It really keeps me going, it keeps me inspired, and most importantly, it shows me what you guys like and don't like in my Hermitcraft videos. So please, guys, make sure that you are commenting, make sure that you are liking to show me you're enjoying the episodes, and it keeps me going, baby. It gets me up in the morning, and when I read the comments and see the likes, oh man, it makes me a freaking happy Cyberdog. Speaking about happiness, let me take you down into the third story of our glass shop. Down here is going to be the second retail floor of our shop, as we saw last episode, and this is where all the magic in today's episode is going to happen. I've cleaned the place up and I've given myself a bunch of space for some auto smelting goodness. Oh baby, it is going to be awesome, guys. We are basically going to be setting up two sections down here. On this wall, we are going to be setting up some auto smelting furnaces that all we need to do is input some sand into a chest, and that is going to get all of that sand turned into glass. And on this side of the room, we are going to be setting up a storage facility that is going to be holding all of the glass that we are smelting. Also, on top of that, it is going to be holding all of the dyes that we need to make all of the stained glass that we are going to be selling in the shop. Basically, this glass shop is going to be selling every type of stained glass that a hermit will ever need, and that means we need to have access to every type of dye available in Minecraft. Now check it out. I've already taken some time to arrange all of this jazz, and these are all of the dyes we are going to need. Rose red from rose bushes, dandelion yellows from sunflowers, light blue dye from orchids, light grey dye from azure bluets, pink dye from peonies, orange from tulips, magenta from allium, and brown from cocoa beans. Then we're going to be getting black from ink, white from bone meal, green from cactus green, blue from lapis lazuli, and then lime, grey, purple, and cyan are going to be coming from these combination of ingredients. So quite a lot of things we need to store down here, of course, and that means we are going to have to be setting up a pretty big storage facility down here so that we can house all of these ingredients and all of these dyes so that we can make all of the stained glass that we need for our shop. So absolutely awesome. As you guys, oh, also check it out, guys. Before I go up there, I have also gathered a bunch of glass down here, 3 full double stacks or double chests of glass ready for auto smeltage today. We're going to get them all smelted down in today's episode, and it's going to be freaking awesome, man. Now let me just sleep this night away because it is getting a bit precarious here in the Brown shopping district, and we need to do a little bit of shopping to kick today's episode off. I think to start off with, why don't we head into Iskal's chop shop, get for ourselves a few more hermit steaks. Only got 12 more steaks left, which is definitely not enough. So a diamond for some delicious hermit steaks. Thank you, Iskal. I've been munching on these steaks now for a couple of weeks, and let me tell you something, I've never felt better, baby. Shameless plug for my brother Iskel. Hopefully the other hermits are spending their hard-earned money on hermit steaks and bacon also, man, because it is delicious. Now, we are going to be working on some auto smelters today, guys, and that means we need a little bit of iron. We're going to have to make a few hoppers today, and we are also going to have to make a few furnaces. I've already made the furnaces, though. There they are, so we don't have to worry about those. Where in the jazz am I? I'm in the wrong side of the Brown Shopping District. Let's go all the way around the corner over here to Tango's beautiful iron shop. Oh, while we're here, let's jump into Mumbo's drop shop also, because I want to buy some bones. Now, the reason I want to buy some bones is twofold, right? We need the bones for our bone meal color. So how many bones should we pick up? Let's pick up 6 bones over here. Also, when I have enough diamonds, guys, I'm going to come here and I'm going to buy out all of these bones from the shop, because we don't want any hermits out there buying bones and creating bone meal so that they can make trees, right? We want to dominate the log market on this server. So yeah, we're going to have to spend a lot of diamonds on bones in Mumbo's shop, I'm afraid. What is going on over here? Geez, let's have a read over here. The villagers powering the farm do not get breaks or paid. Golems are humans too. Down with golem battery farming. A golem's skin is 330% more sensitive to pain than ours. What in the jazz, man? 1,400 iron bars an hour. Does that sound sustainable? These iron golems are separated from family at birth. These golems are killed slowly and painfully for cash. Iron golems have a right to a happy free life. Boycott intensive iron golem farming. You are a monster. Golems have feelings too. What in the name of all that is holy is going on here, man? Head over to Mumbo's Organic Golem store, owned by Happy Golem Co. We deal in organic free-range golems. Our golems die having lived a happy full life. Go this way. Well, I have no idea what that is all about, guys. It looks like there might be some competition for iron on the server coming up real soon. Huh. Interesting. Gonna have to keep our eyeballs open on this one. I think for now, however, we are going to be spending our diamonds here in Tango's beautiful iron shop. And I do believe there is a special going on. Prices slashed, supplies limited. Okay, not really. 2 diamonds for 1 stack of blocks. That is unbelievable, guys. I reckon we should probably get a bunch of iron while the prices are right. Am I right, my friends? You never know, man. We might need all of this iron for something else, like making a whole bunch of hoppers and whatnot. So I tell you what, let's stock up on a bunch of iron from Tango's Iron Shop. Thank you very much for that, man. That is a good freaking deal, isn't it? You know what? Just for OCD's sake, I want to buy 2 more stacks of iron over here. There we go, just so that we can fill it up nicely. This iron is going to come pretty useful, I think, in the future. And we might as well stock up while the prices have been slashed. Am I right, my friends? Well, that gives us a bunch of iron, a little bit more bone meal that we can use for creating dye. And I have spent a ridiculous amount of diamonds so far. I think there's one more thing that I want to buy right now, and that is an ender chest. So let me head over to the Ender Emporium, and then I will see you guys back in the factory level of the glass shop. Welcome back, my friends, to the 3rd story of our glass shop, the glass factory floor, if you will. And we are about to get technical up in here, because we are going to find a way to automate the smelting of sand. And that is going to be absolutely amazing, because it means we can come down here, load up our factory machines, and literally just let them smelt. And then we can stock up our glass shop without having to go through the pain of emptying furnaces manually ourselves, as you have to normally do in Minecraft. So, how are we going to create this little factory? Well, guys, I'm very pleased to let you know that it's actually extremely simple to do this. It's not a very difficult build at all. In fact, even a beginner Minecraft player should be able to create what I am creating right now. The first thing that we need to do is make for ourselves a bunch of hoppers. Now, we're going to make for ourselves, I don't know, shall we just say 12 hoppers, I suppose, is good for now. Let's make for ourselves 12 hoppers and see if that's going to be enough. Now, this particular style of auto smelting machine is probably the most basic that you can create. There are, of course, much more complicated ways to create auto smelting facilities or auto smelting machines in Minecraft, but we are not going to be worrying about those today. We are going to be making a simple, compact version of creating an auto smelting machine in Minecraft, and this is something that all of you guys out there will be able to create yourselves, which is pretty awesome. So keep your eyeballs open, man. If you've been trying to figure out a way how to make auto smelting in Minecraft, this is how you do it. So let's start with the basics, right? We've got our furnaces down here. These furnaces are going to be smelting that delicious sand into even more delicious glass. What we need to do now is make sure that these furnaces are going to be fueled with coal, right? So what we need to do is insert some hoppers into the side of our furnaces, just like so, and then we are going to be sticking a chest on top of these hoppers. Now this chest is going to be where the coal goes, right? So check it out. If we stick some blocks of coal into the chest, they are getting sucked out by these hoppers and they are being delivered into the furnaces. See that? How freaking easy was that, man? That was absolutely really simple. Now I'm using some iron blocks over here for decoration, I suppose. I like it. I really like the way that it looks, and I'm thinking that I should probably not use the iron for this, but you know what, man? It just looks so freaking awesome that I kind of want to keep it. I mean, I don't want this factory to be super janky, you know? I do want the factory to be kind of awesome looking at the same time. So I think I'll stick with this design. I think it's going to look freaking awesome once it's done. And as there's a special going on, we can just go buy some more iron if we need, right? But check it out. There we go. So now both of our furnaces, or all four of our furnaces, are going to be supplied with fuel from our fuel chests at the top here. So let's get some more coal into them. That is fantastic. Now, next up, my friends, we need to find a way to get the glass out of the furnaces, right? And that is very simple. All we're going to do is stick some hoppers underneath these chests to feed a chest that is going to be sitting in front of the furnaces like so. So there we go. This is going to be where the smelted glass is going to end up, right? So now all we need to do is connect some hoppers into the back of these chests like that, and another one is going to be going into the back of this one like this. There's a little bit of precision aiming going on over here though. There we go. So these two hoppers, if we just get rid of these blocks, we can actually see them, are now connected into this chest, right? Now, this is how, this is what's going to happen, right? The fuel goes into the furnace smelts the sand then gets sucked out of the furnace and shoved into this chest. Now, there's only one more thing that we need to do to complete this auto furnace section, and that is, of course, to provide the sand into the furnaces. And the way that we're going to do that is by sticking some hoppers on top of the furnaces like so. This is the last step of the process, and up here is where we are going to be putting our input chest, right? So let's head over here, get ourselves a little bit of sand like this, and now check it out, right? If we stick our sand up in this chest, we're going to have to just break away the block above the chests over here like this. Now, let's get the sand in there. It's going to be automatically sucked out by the hoppers, sent into the furnaces, smelted down by the coal that has been delivered into the furnaces from the fuel chambers, and we should be seeing glass, the final product, ending up right here in this large chest, which is where we are going to be collecting our glass to then be turned into colored glass so that we can stock our glass shop above us. Absolutely awesome, right? I know, guys, a ton of you guys know how to make this build. I know it's been around for years, but you know what, my friends? There are always people who are brand new to Minecraft who have just installed the game. In fact, today, this very day, there are thousands of people who have just installed Minecraft for the very first time. And you know what? Not everybody knows all of the tricks of the trade. So I hope that this has helped some of you guys out there who perhaps are more new to the game, who perhaps have never made an auto smelting facility before. Look how easy it is, man. You don't even need any redstone. You don't need any expensive stuff. All you need is wood and iron and cobblestone to make furnaces, and you've got yourself an auto smelting facility. Tell you what, guys, I'm going to get this whole thing set up, and I will bring you back once it's ready, and we will have a look at it. Oh, baby, it is looking beautiful already, though, I must say. I love it. All right, Cyberdogs, a quick progress update for your butts. I may be getting a little bit carried away over here. Yep. access to all of this very cheap iron has sent me into some sort of a frenzy. And yeah, as you can see, I'm starting to turn this entire factory floor into an iron block build. And the reason we can do that, of course, is because iron is super cheap right now, and I've got a ton of it. But more importantly, I kind of like the idea of this glass factory being really, really clean, really, really sterile, and more importantly, really expensive, right? I want the Hermits to know that their glass is coming from the most expensive facility that can be produced. Well, it could be more expensive, but you know, we're using a ton of iron, a ton of wood over here, and this glass factory is not messing around right now. The Hermits are getting top quality products out of this place, and I reckon that that is worth the diamonds that we are spending on all of this iron. I've created another section of smeltery over here, so we now have a total of 8 smelting sections or 8 smelting stations, and that's absolutely awesome. I think that's pretty much the maximum that we can create. Of course, you know, every single one of these furnaces needs to be filled with coal, so we could create 1,000 of these things, right? But we need to be able to get the fuel to be able to fuel all of these things, and coal is of course not an infinite resource either. So I think that that's pretty much the correct amount of furnaces for our glass factory. And I think it looks really, really badass. I'm going to work a little bit more on the aesthetics of the place. I'm going to get all of the fuel tanks filled up, and then we're going to start smelting some glass in here. Man, it's going to be sweet. I'll be back on the other side of this kaplooey. Kaplooey! Well, my friends from all over this freaking planet, I think it's pretty much safe to say that I've gotten a wee bit carried away with our auto furnace build today. Yeah, definitely gone a little bit OTT with this thing, but I really love how it's turned out. You know what? To me, it's looking really industrial, really clean, and also really high quality, right? It feels to me like the glass that we will be producing down here is going to be glass of the highest quality, and I'm hoping that the Hermits will recognize that and be more than happy to come and spend their hard-earned diamonds in our glass shop. Now, there's one more thing to do, my friends, and that is to give this sucker a little bit of a test run. So let's get all of the input chests filled up with some sand, and let's start producing our very first batch of glass. This place does kind of remind me of Breaking Bad a little bit too, though, doesn't it? Yeah. Perhaps Mumbo and I should have a discussion about going into business, because, yeah, I seem to be producing a ridiculous amount of glass right now. But check it out, man. There we go. This furnace looks like it's not cooking. There must be some... Oh, okay, we're out of fuel for this particular furnace. Okay, let's go and steal some from here, I think. Yeah. Let's make sure every single one of our furnaces is cooking away over here. But check it out, guys. Absolutely fantastic. I've got my item frames showing me exactly what chest is what so that I'll never break the system. Sand in the top, fuel on the side, glass at the bottom, and we are now churning out a bunch of glass. We are basically making 8 full stacks of glass per cycle of our factory, and that is looking fantastic. Now, the next step for this build down here, guys, is to install some sort of a storage facility over here where we are going to be storing all of our different dyes and all of the items that we need to keep our factory up and running. So we need to store coal down here and sand, of course, and all of the different dyes. So we're going to do that in the next episode, and we're going to let our factory cook away down here. Now, guys, there's one more thing that I want to do with you guys in today's episode, and this is I'm going to need your help today on this one. Okay, we are going to be having a YouTube poll in today's episode. You guys are going to help me to decide whether or not this particular idea that I've had that has been inspired by one of you Cyberdogs is worth keeping around here for our glass factory shop. Now, this idea came from a Cyberdog called a Chibi, and this particular Cyberdog is actually helping me out with my Twitch emotes and my Twitch sub icons. And while we were working on that, he gave me a really cool idea that I think could work very, very nicely here for our glass shop. This is an idea that is supposed to be focused on increasing our marketing outside of the shop, right? So the idea is that while Hermits are running around the Brown shopping district doing their everyday shopping, I want them to come around this corner and suddenly go, whoa, this place looks absolutely amazing. Hang on, this place might sell glass. I need a bunch of glass. I got a bunch of diamonds to spend. Let's pop our head in here and see what we can buy. Now, what we're going to be doing is having beautiful glass windows all the way around our shop. But you know what, guys? I don't think that's going to be enough because, you know, the Guardian shop over there has some glass windows too, but that doesn't necessarily mean it is selling glass. Hello, Creeper. You think I don't see you there, bro? Get wrecked. We need something a little bit special. We need something a little bit unique. We need something out here that is going to really pop, that is going to make the Hermits think, damn, that is absolutely amazing. So, check it out. Chibi had an amazing idea inspired by one of my favorite Minecrafters on YouTube, B00. And in B00's, I think it was in his survival series, he created some trees using glass as leaves, and they look absolutely fantastic. Well, they got kind of mixed reviews, I would say, from B00's viewers. Most of the people loved it, but I would say probably 25% or so of the viewers absolutely hated it. And I have a feeling that I'm going to get exactly the same reaction from you fine people out there. So you know what, guys? I'm going to be throwing up a poll in today's episode, and you guys simply vote yay or nay for the following idea. Okay, so the idea is we are going to be creating trees outside of our glass shop, but instead of using leaves as the leaves of the trees, we are going to be using stained glass. We're going to be using green glass, and we are going to be using lime glass, which I've made a few of these just before I started today's episode. So the lime glass sort of goes inside of the tree, right? And the stained green glass is going to go on the outside of the tree. The lime glass is way, way too bright, right? So we want to sort of hide that lime glass inside of the tree. Hey, Falsey! And so there you can see it sort of dims the color a little bit, right? It looks absolutely awesome. So check it out. We're going to be making trees like this. This is just going to be a sort of example of what the tree might look like. There we go. And I think that that looks kind of snazzy, if I do say so myself. I don't really like how the trunk of the tree runs up the center of this glass. So let's get rid of that, I think. And maybe what we can do is throw in a bit more lime green in the center over here, and then sort of finish it off. And I don't know whether oak tree or oak logs work well for the trunk of this tree, or maybe acacia logs might work a little bit better. Damn, man, this glass is messing with my peripheral over here. There we go. Well, that looks a little bit janky, I must say. Maybe we try and use some acacia tree instead, or some acacia log instead. See what that looks like. Where are we going? Up the center of the tree. And maybe what we need to do is probably go just a little bit up the center. Maybe the gray of the acacia will look a little bit more interesting over here, right? What is this golem mess, says False Symmetry. LOL, no idea. Mumbo's been up to something, I think. No idea what's going on over there, but check it out, right? There we go. That is looking kind of interesting. Probably a lot more work can be done on the glass tree, but you know what, guys? I think it looks kind of sweet. I must say, I think it has potential, doesn't it? It has potential. Seems someone may have been pranked, says False. Yeah, that could have been what happened there. But check it out, right? As we're running around throughout the Brown District, we come around here and we see, oh, look at this. We got a bit of a glass tree over here. And maybe we can work with the shape of the tree, trying to make it look a little bit more interesting. And of course, we could have these trees all the way along the roads over here, maybe on both sides of the roads and in this section over here. I like it. I think it has major potential, my friends. Major potential for awesomeness. But you know what? I'm not going to make any decisions until I've seen what you guys think about it. So look in the top right-hand corner of the video, my friends. There is a little button that you can click, and that'll take you to a place where you can vote yay or nay for glass trees here at the brand new Longfellows Glass Shop. Can't wait to see what you guys come up with. If you have any suggestions, of course, to make the trees a little bit better, you can tweet me at ReNDoG. I'd love to see perhaps some glass tree designs from you. If you want to get involved in maybe trying out a different tree design, hit me up at ReNDoG on Twitter. I will very happy to see a lot of your guys' awesome screenshots and ideas. But that looks pretty cool. Get voting, my friends. Let me know what you guys think about the glass tree for our glass shop. A little bit of beautiful marketing for our brand new retail shop. But guys, that brings us to the end of today's episode. I really hope you have enjoyed it. We've got a brand new auto smelting facility on the 3rd floor of our glass shop, and we can start creating our product. In the next episode, we'll work on the storage facility and the retail floors and hopefully get this glass shop up and running so we can start making a profit. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, man. My main name has been ReNDoG, playing on the Hermitcraft server. If you enjoyed the episode, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and make sure you vote in today's poll whether or not we should get some glass trees up and around our glass shop. But that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you all in the next episode.